210 Boxing TV here with the one and only ex-welterweight champ of the world, Shawn Showtime Porter. Shawn.
Damn, boy, you
what?
said ex.
You are an ex-world champion.
Damn, I mean, everybody say former. That don't, you know what I mean? You said ex.
You the ex, man. Nah, but let's get into it tonight. Yeah. Before we even get into tonight, let's talk about you, man. How are you enjoying retirement?
I am, man. I'm enjoying retirement. People look at me and they expect me to miss this thing. I don't miss none of it, man. Fight night was fun. Fight night was exhilarating. Fight night was most of them, if not all of them, man. You get ready for that one night, man. I got ready for it more than enough times, man. I'm done doing that, man. I've moved on. I'm still in the boxing space.
Yes.
And be honest with you, man, I feel like I owe something to boxing. I didn't know boxing was gonna bring me here. I knew it, but I think once you realize once things become reality, it's like, man, here you are, and here it is, I do the suit thing now, you know what I mean? Like, who else got warm-ups like this? You know what I mean? Like, interior just crazy, you know what I mean? So I'm working hard, and what I'm trying to do is trying to show these fighters, man, that you don't have to fight when you're 50 years old, man. And it's okay if you want to, but there's other things you can do in life, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to show the world that fighters are much more than just getting in the ring throwing punches. And most of us like each other, they expect us all to hate each other, so I'm working hard on a lot of things, man, and I would say life is happening right on time for me.
Let's go with what you just said. They expect you guys to hate each other, but you guys kind of do like each other. Let's first talk about the like side.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, just about 5-10 minutes ago, we're just hanging out right now, and Terrence Crawford walked in.
Yeah.
And Terrence Crawford, obviously everybody knows what you guys went through and everything. How did that relationship become like how it is now?
Yeah, man, with most of us, it starts in the amateurs. Most of us have a deep amateur pedigree, especially the ones at the top. That means we've seen each other year after year through the circuit, and then even from a world standpoint. People over here, the amateurs, we knew about Lomachenko before y'all knew about Lomachenko. You know what I mean? So guys like that, it's only a matter of time before you end up seeing us in a ring against one another. Most of us are friends before, most of us are friends after.
Now, I'm not going to say hate because hate is a strong word. I don't even think you two dislike each other, but just a couple weeks ago, Timothy Bradley.
Oh, yeah. Man, he got me going. And I knew it, but it got me going. It bothered me. That's my dude, and I know I'm his dude as well, but, I just didn't expect him to say what he said, and to his defense, Pro Box TV did not show it all. They just show, the animated side first. And if you know Tim is extremely animated. Very. And so, but if you know me, you should know that I'm calculated. I'm strategic with mine. And I always like to have the last laugh. So nonetheless, man, I think it took me a minute to come down and just understand that, hey, he has earned the right to talk shit. And at the end of the day, like he said, I'm retired. And when he said that, I laughed, and it kind of like brought me back to reality. That one ain't happening.
So for that split second that it kind of got to you, were you like, I want to get in the ring?
Listen, I have said this time and time again. I'm not fighting anymore, but definitely, I said, if I was gonna get in the ring again, Tim, I was like, he been out of the ring. Yeah, go ahead.
I got an idea right now. Not saying for you and Tim or anything like that, but you say you're not getting into the ring fighting wise and anything like that. It's been popular nowadays. What about an exhibition?
No,
not even that.
No, it's popular, but no, because I think in order for me to do an exhibition, everybody's gonna want to see Showtime Shawn Porter 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 to Showtime Shawn Porter. That Showtime is gone, man. All the fight. I just fight different ways, man. The hustle and grind that I put into the podcast and the
suit game,
the suit game, this movie I'm trying to jump off, the commentary. I've been over to Australia 4 times this year just to do commentary. So I'm hustling in a lot of other areas, man. And the best thing I can do is move boxing into a new space, and that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, now let's talk about tonight's fights and everything. We had a great undercard, honestly. Hector Luis Garcia versus Lamont Roach was a real good show stealer to start off the show. What did you think about that?
Good fight, man. Lamont has always been like quiet. He's got a quiet name, but he got thunder. You know, and he brought the thunder tonight. The other side of that, man, I got a feeling that Hector, man, he might be about done, man. I think that, you know, when things don't go your way, mentally, emotionally, you know, you end up in a space, you know, and he was a real force before he got in the ring with Tank, you know. I feel like we saw a lot of what we saw against Tank. We saw that tonight against Lamont Roach.
Your thoughts on Surreal Matias, the way he went at it today in the second match, man?
And listen, I tweeted after the first round, and I stand behind my tweet. Everybody thinks that I'm hating on him. I'm not hating on him. There's a lot of things we see a lot of the fighters do. We don't see him do a lot of things, you know. But what we can say about him is he's strong as heck. He can pop. And you know, after maybe 3 rounds, I was like, yo, I shouldn't have put that tweet out because I could see it. This dude don't have the style to beat Matias, you know. So I want to see Matias against the best at 140.
Speaking of 140, there's Teofimo, there's Ryan Garcia, there's Tank Davis. Devin Haney versus Regis is coming up. Who would you like to see him fight?
And for the record, I did not say he can't compete with those guys. I just don't have him ranked. After tonight, I have him in my top 5 now. I didn't have him in my top 5, but tonight I got to see why he's the force that he is. The same way David Benavidez just did.
We'll talk about that very soon.
The strength and the size is just too much, you know. So Matias got a lot. He's a nightmare, you know what I mean? And he's gonna be hard to stop.
You might have just given him a nickname, the Nightmare. Yeah.
You don't have a nickname?
Not that I know of. But now let's talk about Jose Benavidez Jr. versus Jamal Charlo.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody knows about Jamal not coming in weight and everything like that. But even at the end of the day, actually very good performance coming from Charlo.
My man, he loosened up after about 3 rounds. I saw him loosen up after about 3 rounds. It seemed like as that second round into the third round was ending, he started to kind of catch his speed, his rhythm, his timing, and things like that. As the fight ended, man, I wanted to see him really step to Jose. And I knew that a big reason why there was a lot of talking, we talk when we tired. Let's call it a buck, you know, it is what it is. We talk when we tired, you know, so I felt like, you know, he was winded, you know, as he should be, you know, first fight back in over 2 years, blah, 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 you know. But, man, at the end of the day, I like what I saw from him tonight.
Now, let's get into the main event. Demetrius Andrade, one of your good friends. Yeah. I remember actually seeing him training for the Billy Joe Saunders at the Porter High Performance Center before. Yeah. I remember that. And now fought David Benavidez and Andrade. Andrade started off pretty good and then just out of nowhere.
Listen, I got a really good friend, and we're both great friends with Boo Boo. You know, my friend is kind of like stunned at how he slowed down, or as quick as he slowed down. And, you know, everybody's like, his strength, and he was laying on him. And my dude is like, well, I didn't see that, but he still slowed down. How? You can have all the experience that you want. Boo Boo has done everything that you can do in boxing, except fight at a high level against high competition consistently. So the things we don't know, or I'm gonna break it down to you, the things that you don't know, when you haven't had to perform at this high level, your mind, that's exhaustion. You're physical, you're tense, you're waiting on that moment, that shot, all these kind of things. He wore himself out just as much as David did, you know what I mean? So great effort from him, but he was just outmatched, you know? He didn't have a jab the entire night, and who the hell knows what you need against the monster?
Now, again, we already spoke about Charlo, we just spoke about Benavidez and Andrade. Out of those 3 names, there's 2 fights left for Canelo's contract at the PBC. Do you see either one of those 3 or 2 of those 3 getting the fight with Canelo?
I'm going to tell you what I thought was going to happen. I thought that it was going to be Jermell Charlo, then it was going to be Jamal Charlo. I thought that Jermell fought so bad that nobody wanted to see Jamal. I think that Jamal really did fight himself into a fight with Canelo. I think people probably more than likely still don't want to see that fight, but I think that was really the original order of things. I think it was supposed to be both Charlo brothers. He's not supposed to lose those, and then they'll look forward ahead to what's next. I truly don't think, I think the world wants Benavidez on the list. I really don't think Benavidez is on Canelo's list.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think that?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too goddamn much.
You think Benavidez
and I'm gonna keep saying this, Benavidez don't need Charlo. sometimes you are just that much better than somebody. Nobody needs to see it.
You mean Benavidez don't need Canelo?
Benavidez don't need Canelo. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
Benavidez don't need Canelo. Sometimes you that good that people don't even need to see it.
At the same time, though, people need to prove it. You know, like a lot of people. You know, a lot of people said they don't want to see like Crawford versus Spence. But look what happened there.
In all respect, I don't think that I can hurt the man's pockets.
Yeah.
But making this statement definitely pulls Benavidez away from the fight with Canelo, and we know that that's probably the biggest money fight that he could have. But I just think that he's better. I think that he's stronger. I think that he's got too much youth. He's got too much experience, and he's got too much health. Canelo been fighting professional for like
20 years.
20
almost.
years.
Yeah.
That's too much mileage, bruh. You know, so go ahead. You know, go on your victory laps. Do what you're gonna do. Don't look at Benavidez.
All right. With that said, then, does Benavidez just drop 168 and move to 175 for Bivol, Beterbiev, and those names then?
I think it makes sense. I don't know what other names are over there. I know that Morrell is someone that people would like to see against David Benavidez. I don't think that there's a lot of competition there. I just think that Benavidez is just too much. You know, I'm at the point now where I want to see him in great fights. This was a great fight tonight. He was Boo Boo was outmatched. You could see after 3 rounds that it really wasn't going to go his way. He stood in there, did what he had to do as a fighter. But at the end of the day, man, Benavidez outmatches everybody, man. That dude, he's clearly 3 pound for pound.
Who? Benavidez, top 3?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Who's number 1 and number 2?
My boy in there, Terrence is number 1, and I got the other monster. Anyway, I got him at number 2. Benavidez is clearly 3, and I think he only 3 because the other. Maybe I just got too much respect for the other guys.
Yeah.
But they're interchangeable. I don't even like pound for pound, so all 3 of them is 1 to me. Damn it.
Now, one final thing I got to talk to you about. As everybody knows, this was the final, or as they're saying, final Showtime pay-per-view.
Yeah, final Showtime pay-per-view.
Showtime's leaving boxing and everything. Your thoughts on that? HBO left like 5 years ago. Yeah. Now Showtime's leaving.
Hey, listen, man. I think with HBO, I got some background info on that, and I understand that was just a straight-up business situation. The situation over here, the sports department's gone. So it's not just that Showtime and boxing's being X'd out of Showtime. Like, the entire department's gone. You know, what can you do? Nonetheless, man, I think it's some big things on the horizon for PBC, and I'm looking forward to it. Finally,
last words you got for your fans, man.
Showtime Shawn P, man. I'm here. SP Suits and Services. Check us out. You know, bigger and better. That's what I've been saying for a long time. The Portaway Podcast, Round 1, the movie. We're working on the funding, and your boy's going to be on the big screen soon. This is it.
Thanks for the time, Shawn.
Appreciate you, big dog.